Nothing in this world happens by accident. Every skyscraper that pierces the clouds, every bridge that spans a river, every system that governs our lives, it all begins not with a bang, but with a line on a page. Power is always built with purpose. It is an act of deliberate creation, a feat of engineering as complex and intentional as any physical structure. Its foundations are laid in thought, its framework constructed from strategy, and its purpose is cemented long before the public ever sees the result. Power is designed piece by meticulous piece. It's assembled in quiet rooms far from the public eye. It's codified in ledgers, negotiated in boardrooms, and transmitted through networks of influence that are invisible to the uninitiated. The blueprint always comes before the build. Before the first brick is laid, before the first dollar is invested, the entire structure is conceived in the mind of its architect. The vision must be absolute, the strategy flawless. Some men understood this principle of design better than anyone. They were the master architects of the modern age, and the lines they drew on their blueprints didn't just build companies. They shaped the very world you live in today. The flow of money, the content of your education, the structure of our institutions, all bear the imprint of their design. They worked quietly, intentionally. Their influence was a current running beneath the surface of society, powerful yet unseen, guiding the course of history with a steady, deliberate hand. Welcome, gentlemen. This is the channel where we focus on masculinity and leadership. We believe that true strength isn't about dominance, but about capability. It's about becoming the kind of man who can build, protect, and provide. Because when a man becomes strong, disciplined, and a true leader, everyone around him benefits. His clarity becomes their stability. His courage becomes their shield. A strong man, a man of character and principle, builds stable families. He raises confident children who understand the value of integrity and hard work. He contributes to creating better, safer communities, not by force, but by example. This is a fundamental truth we've forgotten. When men rise to their highest potential, the world rises with them. Today, we begin a deep dive into the life and strategy of one of the most powerful and influential figures in modern history. Again, John D. Rockefeller. We will dissect his master plan, not to glorify the man, but to understand the mechanics of his power. Why Rockefeller? Because his impact reshaped industry, finance, and culture. We study him not out of obsession, but to examine how coordinated, powerful men design systems that move nations. This is about disciplined masculinity and leadership, strength that builds, protects, and serves. But let me be clear, this channel isn't about being obsessed with Rockefeller or any single man. Hero worship is a trap. It blinds you to the principles and focuses you on the personality. We are not here to build altars to powerful men. We are here to become students of power itself. It's about understanding how powerful people design and operate systems of control, so that we, as men, can learn from their strategies, awaken to the invisible forces shaping our lives, and begin to rebuild our own power with awareness, wisdom, and a moral compass. We study patterns to build strength, not idols. We analyze the machine to become better mechanics of our own lives, not to praise the original inventor. The core elements are always the same: timing, discipline, direction. Rockefeller mastered these. He didn't just react to the world, he anticipated it, and then positioned himself to shape its trajectory. Rockefeller understood something most people ignore, even today. True, lasting power is not built on force. Force is loud, expensive, and creates resistance. Real power is built on influence. Influence is stronger than force because it is welcomed, not imposed. It is the art of making others want what you want. He knew that if you can control the flow of information, what people read, what they are taught, what they believe to be true, if you can control the flow of money, who gets funded, which industries thrive, which ideas are given the capital to grow, and if you can control the systems of belief, through philanthropy, education, and the shaping of cultural institutions, you can guide the future of a nation without ever lifting a weapon. You don't need to command people when they willingly walk the path you've laid for them. That's how real control works, not with a fist, but with a guiding hand. It operates quietly, consistently, and completely, weaving itself into the very fabric of society until the design becomes indistinguishable from reality itself. It's a process of shaping narratives, funding the pipelines of commerce and thought, and steering the paradigms that define what is possible. Change the lens through which people view the world, and you change what they see. Frame the debate, and you've already won it. Guide their attention, and you guide their behavior. What people focus on determines what they value, what they fear, and what they strive for. The ultimate power is the power to direct focus. And that is precisely why it is essential for us to study this history, not as a collection of dusty facts, but as a living blueprint that is still operational today. Because before you can fix a problem, before you can build something new, you must first understand the design of the structure you are in. You must see the walls before you can find the door. Rockefeller's world, for all its progress, created a system of dependency. Dependency on oil, on centralized finance, on institutional validation. It engineered a new kind of comfort, a sedation that discouraged radical thought and independent action, and ultimately, it perfected a form of mental control, a framework of acceptable thought that operates so subtly, most people never even feel the constraints. Now it is our duty as conscious men to recognize it, to understand its architecture, and to break it within ourselves. The process is methodical. Recognition first. You must see the system for what it is. Then you apply heat, the heat of intense focus, discipline, and the courage to question everything. Only then can you reshape your own mind and your own life. Recognition, heat, shape. This is the antidote. Less sedation, more intention. Less passive consumption, more active creation. Step 1 is always the same. Wake up. Not just your body, but your mind. This journey is not about hate, blame, or spiraling into cynical conspiracy theories. Anger is a fire that consumes you. It is a low-resolution response to a high-resolution problem. It's about awakening. It's about a calm, clear-eyed awareness of the systems around us, so we can navigate them effectively and grow beyond their intended limits. Awareness loosens the knot of control. It doesn't break it with force, but unravels it with understanding. Real masculinity, the kind our world desperately needs, is not just physical strength or financial success. It is, above all, mental freedom. It is the discipline to be the master of your own mind, and the leadership to guide yourself and others toward a better future. You must lead yourself first. Before you can lead a family, a team, or a community, you must conquer the undisciplined impulses and distracting narratives within your own head. This internal victory is the prerequisite for any external success. We are striving for strength that serves, not dominates. Power that builds, not breaks. Leadership that empowers, not controls. Your discipline is your daily blueprint. Every small, intentional act is a line drawn in your own grand design. Choose strategy over impulse. Choose purpose over pleasure. So let this be your reminder. The world doesn't change when you complain about the powerful. It changes when you become powerful yourself, powerful in your character, your skills, and your resolve. So build your competence. Become undeniably good at something valuable. Build your capital, financial, social, and intellectual. And above all, build your character. It is the foundation upon which all else rests. Without it, all other forms of power are temporary and hollow. The morning belongs to the disciplined. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Build strong alliances. Have a clear mission. Have your values written down. And more importantly, have your values lived out every single day. Move forward, not frantic. With intention, not anxiety. Welcome to RYM-HEYE. This is our mission. To rebuild masculinity, to forge discipline, and to restore a sense of purpose in men. Because we know that strong men, good men, create a stronger, better world. If this mission resonates with you, subscribe to the channel. Share this message with other men who are ready to wake up. Step into your responsibility. Rise with intention. Because when men rise, the world rises with them. Archival, gray suits, oil fields at dawn, boardrooms lit by fluorescent truth. Rockefeller's genius wasn't force, it was design. He mapped the pipes, information, money, belief. Then he routed the future through them. The significance? The blueprint still runs. If you don't see it, you serve it. If you see it, you can route your own life through stronger lines. Discipline, competence, capital, brotherhood, archival, ticker tape, CRT monitors, ribbon-cutting schools, funding chairs, shaping minds. Influence moves quietly. It sells permission, not fear. That's why it lasts. For us, the takeaway is direct. Design beats impulse. Systems beat slogans. Build your skill stack. Build your cash flow. Build your alliances. Write your code of conduct. Live it daily. Archival. Refineries at night. Freight rolling. A ledger closing. Power is planned long before it's seen. So plan yours. Lead yourself first. Keep your frame. Keep your word. Keep moving. Calm. Resolve. Less noise. More signal. Recognize. Apply heat. Shape. When men rise with intention, the structure shifts. That's the work. That's the way forward. Here's why this matters. Rockefeller revealed that lasting power isn't brute force. It's disciplined influence, shaping money, information, and institutions. Study the blueprint, not the man. Understand the system so you can lead with clarity, discipline, and purpose. Key truths. Influence beats force. Control the lens. Curriculum, headlines, funding, and you steer outcomes. Strong men lead by example. Competence, character, and consistency create stable families and durable communities. Your method: recognition, heat, shape. Recognize the design at work. Apply the heat of discipline and focus. Then reshape your habits, networks, and resources to serve a principled mission. The significance: learn power so you can serve. Build competence, capital, and character. Influence your sphere with integrity. When men rise in disciplined leadership, families strengthen and society follows.